Always chase your dreams, y'all. Never stop. Never stop. Honestly, be relentless in your pursuit. Because, as long as you are, you'll never fail.
Star, is that you?
That's me.
So why don't you start off with telling me how you found IMVU?
I'm a professional fashion photographer, and my clients are primarily, musicians, actors, models, things like that. So I'm oftentimes dressing women. That's what I do. Or styling, people on my sets and things like that. An ad popped up, and I was bored and wanted to see what it was about. And then I went on, and then I see, all of these avatars and fashion. I was like, this is so cool. I love it.
And how did StarLondon kind of come to be? How did you choose StarLondon?
In my family, I'm the person that's like, I'm in the industry. I hate saying stuff like that, but that's true. And they always say like, oh, you're my little star. Because my history is with a lot of females just in the industry, and that's primarily what my clientele consists of. It was easier for me to like dress females, and she was like my little Barbie doll.
Do you identify with Star? Or do you kind of just more use her as like a Barbie avatar sort of a thing to just trying to like dress her?
Yeah. She's just she's just like more or less my Barbie avatar. She's my digital mannequin. But she's like a representation of me, because it's like that's what I want my Barbie to look like. I
mean, you're already in such a creative role. How does IMVU kind of help you even more?
The quality of my work with photography has grown. With my post-production, it's way better than it was years ago, because I've kind of been forced to do things in this world that I didn't necessarily have to do. Well, I used to have to do before with some of my photography and clients and things I do in my real life. So it's been a teaching tool and a learning skill, and even with the people within the community that are immensely talented and beautiful, they've taught me so much. It's transferred over to what I do in my real life, and I've used all of those skills daily. Even. How
did you get into the process of starting to create edits and such?
Well, I was a little familiar with editing, because I do like post-production for beauty photography, fashion photography, and they're pretty similar. There's a lot of overlapping there, but it wasn't as extensive as, let's say, a full graphic piece, like something that you would do in IMVU and create through IMVU. Like when I entered the community, there were so many people who were doing things. I was like, this is amazing. My God, you guys are so talented. I mean, and this is me comparing them to, industry professionals.
So especially because IMVU is really about like, you're pulling it out of thin air, right? Like you have to model everything together.
Yeah.
So where does your creativity come from? How are you kind of creating your vision?
Well, I've always been a person that did that. I've drawn my whole life and painted, and I'm a writer, performer. I act, sing, dance, and do all those things. So I was always kind of just creating things out of nothing. With IMVU, it's just all digital. I can just sit at my computer and do that, as opposed to getting a studio and pulling this person and getting lighting and a model, makeup artist, hairstylist, and all these kind of elements. I'm able to do that right at my computer, which is the greatest thing.
It might be easy for us to kind of say like, oh, you're just coming in just to use it and then go. But you really have found a community on here.
In the industry that I'm in, sometimes, you meet people and they want to be your friends for ulterior motives. And so the great thing about kind of coming into this was I was able to do a lot of things with a lot of anonymity, or just like being on The Masked Singer or something like that. You kind of just go in, and it's just all about just what you're presenting there as opposed to who you are. The camaraderie that I've learned and gained has just been so organic for those very reasons.
To kind of like leave off, what advice would you give to someone who is looking to be more creative or trying to get into that world?
With IMVU, or even in just the real life, if you want to go into the arts or fashion or whatever, be patient, be persistent, be relentless, humble, and be kind. Those are really things that I live by. But just for the new users, just come on, have fun, don't expect anything. Don't be discriminatory. Just be kind, be sweet. Let it be an escape. Let it just be a fantasy. And don't take it too seriously.
And just play around.
Yeah, just play around. That's where everything is literally where real life comes to have fun. Have some fun. And the funny thing about that, I want to say, because I don't think people in this community realize how much they influence the real world. Yeah. Because it's something like was originated on the platform, like maybe a design or something like that. And I'll see it in real life, like,
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today.
Thank you.
And for kind of opening up and sharing your story.
Of course. Thank you. And you guys, I had to do a shameless plug. You're more than welcome to check out my website if you want to see some of my work and some more history.
I'm excited to see what kind of comes after this video for sure.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping it's all love. I love you guys.